Welcome back to Meet the Islanders, where this time I am proud to be joined by Stratford native Simon Hughes. Simon, thanks so much for hopping on the show with us here today. So jumping right into it, so how did you get into hockey at such a young age, and at what age did you realize, hey, maybe I could take the next step and play in the Quebec Maritimes Junior Hockey League?
There's a drive towards the goal, and that one scores! Islanders on the board! Simon Hughes gets a kick at the cannon for Hughes, his first goal of the season.
Yeah, I got into hockey at a young age, like 2 or 3. My older brother played hockey, and my parents and grandparents introduced me to the game, and just kind of started playing there. And honestly, I really started playing just on the outdoor rink with my older brother and his friends. I think that's how I kind of got good. And I think maybe around probably when I made midget underage, I thought, you know, maybe I could play in the queue someday, looking at guys prior to me that did that. So yeah, that was definitely maybe a moment in time where I realized, yeah, I'll be playing in the queue someday.
Yeah, now going back for a few years before the underage major U18, you played on the Charlottetown Islanders, but not the QMJHL version, the Quebec Pee Wee tournament version, where you had 6 points in 2 games played, so not a bad stat line there. Bad. But being a fan of the Islanders growing up, I'm sure it was pretty cool to put on the Islanders sweater before you were even of age or within the question of playing in the queue.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I still got that jersey hanging up on my wall, but I mean, it was awesome. I was the captain, so I got to drop the puck at one of the Islanders games, and I mean, just playing with the logo on with all my childhood buddies, it was a sick tournament, and it was pretty cool years later to kind of look back at that jersey and think of those times.
Yeah, the pin trading I heard is pretty big over there.
Oh yeah,
pretty nuts. Do you still have any pins from
Yeah, I got some kicking around, yeah, in my closet somewhere.
Can you remember your favorite one, your favorite pin?
I remember we were trading with like a Slovakian team or something, just like at that age to be playing against teams from that far away is pretty cool. So.
Yeah, so yeah, and you got to play in that rink later on too at the Videotron Center in the queue.
Yeah.
So after you finished playing your 2 major U18 seasons locally with Kensington and Charlottetown, you moved to play at Mount St. Charles in Rhode Island. How did you make that decision to move to the States, and how was it moving away from your family for the first time?
Yeah, it was definitely a big change moving away for the first time, and as far as going there and why I went there, I was just kind of talking with my agent, and I didn't know how I was going to play it with St. John at the time, so I went over there to really kind of maybe buy time. I went over there to also check out the other option, but going there, I always had in the back of my mind that I wanted to play in the queue, and I wasn't there long, but it was a good experience moving away from home for the first time, being in a different country, so yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, and when you got to St. John, only played a handful of games and then you moved off to Drummondville. But whenever you were in Drummondville, one day you finally got the call that you were going to come back home to the Islanders. Did you know that the call was going to be coming? And how excited were you to come back home and play at the Eastlink Center on home ice?
Yeah, no, I thought it might be happening. Wasn't for sure. But actually I got the call. I just drove 12 hours from Drummondville, and I was hugging my mom and dad, and I got the call from my GM in Drummondville, and he told me that he was able to make it happen. And Jim called me probably 2 minutes later, and it was pretty nuts. It was a crazy couple days, and then just going to play right away. It was awesome and a complete dream come true.
Lead by Robillard, onside is Hughes. He's going to break it the other way. Steps it, scored! Simon Hughes. What a play!
So whenever you did get the call, you knew in advance, so you took all your stuff home from Drummondville?
Yeah, like I knew it was probably going to be happening. So yeah, I didn't play the last 2 games before Christmas and went home, and then Jimmy called me that day, and it was yeah, it was pretty awesome.
And now, just to end it off, we got a few fun questions here, just to end off the segment. What's your favorite thing to do on your off days around Charlottetown when you don't have a game?
I do a bunch of things, maybe just chill with my buddies, or go to lunch with them, or I got 3 brothers, so they keep me maybe go to eat with my family for supper, or just chill around the house. But besides that, usually just kick my feet up and enjoy the rest.
All right, now last one's kind of a selfish question because I wear the same number, but why 55?
55 actually is complete. When I got here, they just kind of gave it to me. I actually wanted 15. and at the time it wasn't available, and they gave me 55 and had 2 5s in it, and then kind of started working for me, so I just kind of ran with it. So I like it now, though.
Well, Simon, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it, and good luck in the rest of the season.
Yeah,
here.
thanks a lot, Luke. Appreciate it.